Imagine walking through a crowded city street, your footsteps blending with a rush of people moving in every direction. Everyone seems to be following an invisible current, their lives in sync with the rhythm of the crowd. But amidst the masses, there is you, a person who, for some reason, feels a pull in a different direction. It's as if the crowd is moving towards something, yet you are meant to go somewhere else. This sensation, this moment of doubt and tension, is the heart of a struggle that philosophers like Friedrich Nietzsche have long pointed to. The fight to preserve individuality in a world that seems intent on erasing it. This struggle is not just some abstract concept. It's a real, lived experience. The individual is constantly at odds with society's expectations, its norms, its rules. Nietzsche famously argued that the individual must constantly resist the tribe, the collective forces that try to mold us into something we're not. He believed that to truly live authentically, a person must reject the herd mentality that pervades most social systems. This, Nietzsche argued, is not just an intellectual challenge. It is a necessity for self-actualization. But what does that mean for us today? And how can we navigate this struggle for individuality in the context of modern life? Let's explore this tension and see how Nietzsche's ideas can help us better understand our own personal journeys. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel, where we dive deep into the philosophies and ideas that have shaped the way we see the world, ourselves, and each other. Here, we explore the timeless struggles that continue to unfold in our daily lives. Whether it's the challenge of staying true to oneself in a world of pressure and expectation, or understanding the deeper philosophical forces that drive human behavior, we are on this journey together. Each video is a step towards greater self-awareness, and we invite you to come along for the ride as we question, reflect, and discover the complexities of human existence. Nietzsche's exploration of individuality and societal influence is just one example of the powerful insights we discuss here. So, as we embark on this journey, consider the profound challenges we all face when we attempt to preserve our authenticity in a world that often feels like it's trying to conform us to something else. The unfolding journey isn't just about moving forward. It's about staying true to who we are along the way. Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most influential philosophers of the 19th century, was both a critic of traditional morality and a proponent of individual self-overcoming. He believed that society, in its attempts to standardize behavior, often stifles the very creativity, passion, and individuality that could lead to a richer, more meaningful life. Nietzsche's central idea, the will to power, suggests that individuals must assert their own values and ideas, even if it means rejecting the norms of the tribe. The concept of the tribe in Nietzsche's philosophy refers to the collective force of society. In his view, the tribe is not a physical group, but a set of social conventions, expectations, and moral systems that individuals are pressured to follow. These systems, according to Nietzsche, are often constructed to maintain stability and control rather than to encourage growth, creativity, or individuality. Nietzsche saw this as a form of repression that would keep the individual from fully realizing their potential. At the core of Nietzsche's philosophy is the idea that every person must embark on a process of self-overcoming. This means rejecting the constraints of conventional morality and the expectations of society in favor of creating one's own path and values. For Nietzsche, the struggle to maintain individuality in a conformist society is a necessary process of self-discovery and growth. It's not just a challenge, it's a prerequisite for becoming who you truly are. One of the most profound aspects of Nietzsche's critique is the role that society plays in shaping the individual. From an early age, we are taught to follow rules, to conform to social norms, and to adhere to expectations set by family, peers, and institutions. Whether it's the pressure to excel in school, to fit into a particular social group, or to adhere to cultural values, the pull of the herd is inescapable. This social pressure can be felt most acutely in the workplace, in educational systems, and in communities where fitting in is often valued more than standing out. It can even extend to the way we define success, happiness, and personal fulfillment. From a Nietzschean perspective, these external markers of success are often shallow and limiting. They represent a kind of herd mentality that dictates what is valuable and worthwhile based on collective standards rather than individual aspirations. Nietzsche was particularly critical of the moral systems established by religion, particularly Christianity, which he felt imposed a set of values that suppressed the natural instincts and desires of the individual. He described the influence of traditional religion and morality as a form of slave morality, which glorifies humility, meekness, and subservience, all in service of maintaining societal order. This, he argued, is a direct contrast to master morality, which values strength, individuality, and the will to create one's own path. But the struggle against conformity is not limited to religious or cultural norms. It extends to the very way in which we are expected to live and behave as part of modern society. Social media, for example, often fosters a kind of conformity by emphasizing certain ways of being and presenting oneself. Influencers and popular figures set standards for beauty, success, and happiness that many people feel pressure to follow. Yet, as Nietzsche might suggest, these standards are often not truly reflective of the individual's inner desires, but rather a reflection of the expectations and desires of the crowd. For Nietzsche, true self-actualization comes through resistance. It is through the act of standing firm in the face of external pressure that the individual discovers their own values and becomes the creator of their own identity. The will to power, then, is not about domination over others, but about mastering oneself and asserting one's own potential. This idea of self-overcoming is not simply about rejecting external authority. It's about developing the courage and the strength to pursue one's own unique path. The more an individual is able to resist the pull of the herd, the more they come to understand who they truly are. In this sense, Nietzsche saw the struggle against conformity as a kind of artistic creation. Just as an artist shapes a canvas, so too must the individual shape their life by asserting their unique vision. The importance of resistance is especially relevant today. In an age where external pressures are omnipresent, whether through social media, societal expectations, or cultural norms, the challenge of preserving individuality is more difficult than ever. We are constantly bombarded by messages that encourage us to conform, to fit in, to be like everyone else. Yet, as Nietzsche's philosophy reminds us, this is the very thing that stands in the way of true freedom and self-actualization. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of societal expectations, and it's tempting to simply follow the crowd. But as Nietzsche teaches us, this is a path that leads to the suppression of our truest selves. The challenge, then, is not to escape society altogether, but to resist its pull in a way that allows us to remain authentic. To embrace the struggle for individuality, we must first recognize the forces that are trying to shape us into something we are not. We must be willing to question the values we've been taught, to reject what doesn't align with our true desires, and to take bold steps toward becoming who we are meant to be. It's not an easy path, and it is often fraught with difficulty and discomfort. But it is through this struggle that we come to understand our deepest potentials. As we explore Nietzsche's ideas and their relevance to our modern world, we begin to understand the importance of resisting the pressures of conformity in order to live an authentic life. The struggle for individuality is not just a philosophical idea. It's a practical challenge that we all face in our everyday lives. Whether it's resisting the expectations of society, rejecting outdated moral systems, or embracing our own unique vision of success, the journey towards self-actualization is an ongoing process. This journey is not one that can be completed alone. It's a shared experience, one that we are all navigating in our own ways. As we continue to reflect on the ideas that challenge and inspire us, we invite you to join us on this unfolding journey. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be part of a community that is committed to questioning, reflecting, and discovering new insights into the nature of individuality, freedom, and self-realization. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Nietzsche's critique of conformity and the struggle for individuality, make sure to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with our latest videos, which dive deeper into these timeless philosophical issues and how they apply to our modern lives. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to continuing this journey with you.